But we got to get into our confidence pool here. We're going to be picking winners in the bowl games involving Big Ten teams. So we're going to take your highlights right now. Which Big Ten team or maybe Big Ten matchup are you most confident in?
I would have to, can I say Penn State?
Sure.
I'm very confident. I mean, listen, you guys have played in a whiteout, just the environment alone. And you talked about how hard it is to play in Beaver Stadium when it's like that. So I think that is working to their advantage. But we were talking about how this team is in sync. They're on a mission. You can feel it when you're around this program here. James Franklin knows what's at stake. This is a team. I have to give credit to Rhett Lashley, though, because I remember him when I was at Auburn and what he did with the quarterbacks and the offenses. When I was there during the golden era of Auburn, and you have to give him a lot of credit for that. So he knows what he has in a quarterback in Kevin Jennings there. So he's, you have to be impressed with that. But I think it's going to be Penn State.
I picked Penn State as well. I mean, it's the matchup you want. The roster's where you want it to be compared to SMU. I think Rhett Lashley, to your point, very good coach, but James Franklin, this sets up for you. What do you think?
Just as a team, if it was just a bubble, I'm most confident in Oregon. But to you guys' point, as a situation, no one has it better than Penn State. So I'd say Penn State.
All right, let's flip it over to the other side, Brooke. Least confident.
Okay, so I was struggling here because least confident matchup or least confident team, because team, I'm going to have to go with Michigan, and that's only because I feel, because if you take a look at the spread, if you look at Kalen DeBoer and going up against Michigan, he has a chip on his shoulder after his team lost to Michigan. Yeah, they're two different teams here, but I think going up against Alabama, it's going to be tough for Michigan. Now, the matchup that I feel least confident in is Illinois going up against South Carolina, because if you take a look at these two teams, they mirror each other. They both had incredible seasons this past year. South Carolina just missed out on the college football playoff. Right. I think that they have great quarterbacks. I think it's going to come down to the quarterback play and who wants it more, essentially. As far as matchups go, that's what really stands out to me.
I mean, I'm sorry, I do have to acknowledge my alma mater.
I know.
No, you're right. Everyone's sitting out, and you'd think, okay, maybe Bama's going to have guys sit out.
No.
And Jalen Milroe's playing, so everyone's saying if my quarterback's playing, then I got to play. It's going to be tough for Michigan to win, right? I mean, confidence, it's not high. What about your alma mater? Where's your least confident?
I think I might have had them second least confident.
Okay.
But the one that I'm least confident in, for some reason, Washington playing against Louisville. I'm not exactly sure, because they're both teams that are high variance. Very unpredictable, both of these teams. Jeff Brom might come out with the greatest game plan you've ever seen. He might also lay an egg. And for Jed Fish, he's got a bunch of young guys, right? And so I do think
I like Damon Williams, though. I really like
He's a young quarterback. He might throw a couple gifts out there.
Yes.
All right, well, Jake, you're always good. Brooke, we appreciate you being in here with us, and we'll catch up with you again soon. All right, we're going to take another break over here on the Big College Football Show.